Hello everyone, welcome to a fresh edition of Your Image. My name is Folarin. Today we're looking at a very serious issue, area of sustainable program production, as we are considering the public relations tips for sustainable program production. And my guest is a juggernaut, somebody who you can say is coming back home to OGTV. In the years past, he has produced AM Splash. I was speaking about my guest is Mr. Biodun Bello, double B for sure. Double B, you're welcome to the program.
Yeah, you cannot be a guest in your own house, can you? It's nice to be here on this station,
Right.
this only station. This is OGTV, like we used to say then. The people's story. It's nice to see you all again.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, Double B is here because for 30 years, Double B has been producing the quiz program. It's the Quiz Master General on total mode turnover, TMTO, on the sister station, OGBC. Congratulations are in order. Congratulations, Double B.
Thank you very much.
30 years just like that. Tempus fugit. So, yeah, for a program to be sustainable on either radio or television or anywhere, what are the tips? What is the first thing that a producer or a presenter should have? You say we should cross our T's and dot our I's.
All right, let us take it in a whole.
Okay.
There are three important things in maintaining any kind of organized setting, including broadcast programs.
Right.
The first one is the content. What is inside what you're talking about? The second one is evolution. What is evolving, moving from air to air and all that and being relevant? And the last one is connection. So if you like, for those of you who are listening, you can just write CEC. Content, evolution. And somebody's already writing it, I think.
Okay.
At home. And of course, connection. In content, what is it that you're putting in that particular program, maybe radio or television, that magnetizes your audience or brings all of them in, that you say, that program is on. What is it? So you must have that particular content relevance, content acceptability, and of course, you must also have your medium already there that is giving. I'm not cutting from there. The second one is evolution. What is this evolution all about? Every edition of your program, listen, must have something fresh, something new, something attractive. Aside all the current affairs things and all things, that something very special that your audience or viewer will say, yes, I'd like to listen to this program. You must learn something from there. So your program must evolve.
Right.
It must continue to grow every time. And the final one is the most important one, connection. Who are you connected to?
Your audience.
Who is your audience or viewer?
Stakeholders.
What is the connection between you and them? In public relations, let's go back to school.
Okay.
It's about what the people want that you know,
Right.
that you want to give to them peacefully, fairly, without any intimidation or harassment.
Okay.
That is the key.
Double B, you are also a consultant, a UNESCO consultant on mass literacy by the media. So how do you think that this educational role of the media, how do you think we can better, improve on it as practitioners?
It's a very serious question. Maybe one that you should do on another program. Because now, education, whatever way you are trying to put it, is being somersaulted, subsumed by AI. The phone has got almost everything.
Right.
And those who don't have Android phones are far more than those of us who use Android phone. So there is a large gap of educating the Tonosabe people. I'm sorry to say that. You know the one they call Tonosabe, the smartphones. And again, there is the gap in basic education. Basic education is from kindergarten to the mid-secondary school. This gap is what government is now saying they need to merge it up. People are dropping out. As at the last count, there are over 20 million dropouts from mid-secondary school are on our streets. They're there. Aside from the over 16 million out-of-school children that are there. And those are the messages that are coming from UNESCO, from all education consultants. We're trying to solve it. From Baba Funwa till date, we're still evolving and evolving a straight education policy that will help Nigeria. We have the iron still in the fire.
Okay, what inspired you to start TMTO? What was your inspiration?
It was a challenge, a very big challenge, almost a quarrel between the programs cadre of OGBC in 1996. I wanted a program that will have content attraction, all that and all that. OGBC was not ready for it. They said, look, you are going to be on your own. And I was. So the design was one, to educate people, to inform people, and at the same time to ensure that people are competitive about what they're doing. And most importantly, to have benefits, and benefits from what they do. So we designed TMTO as a quiz program, information and everything is there. And it is the only program on radio in Nigeria today, you can challenge it, that gives you plaques, prizes. On N is the most popular quiz program.
The reward system.
Yeah, reward system.
Is robust.
So when you contest quarterly, you must win. If you get into the final, I mean, whatever number of you gets to the final, you can hang a plaque in your house. Awards are there. And we are very close to another award now.
Okay. So tell us some of the products over the years. You must have produced professionals. Tell us some of them.
There are so many. There are so many. TMTO does not allow anybody under 18 to participate. So professionals. For example, the current anniversary champion, Adewale Adesanya, is ACA. You have
a chartered accountant.
Yes. You have medical doctors, lawyers, engineers, and all. Most of them are coming back to donate the gifts we are going to give away on Sunday. Several of them. And I can remember there is a professor, who is in Ibadan, was part of TMTO. Okay, you know, you will not say I'm advertising. Solomon, that guy who is now the MD there, everything. So the product of TMTO. The chairman of NIWE, Nigerian Internal Water Engineering Society, Prince Adewale Adegoke also, is at Ogunshun. He was the product of TMTO. Dr. Adebayo Adeyemi, a medical doctor who once run the clinic at your very government house, is a product of TMTO.
Wonderful.
So many of them, they're there, and we're very proud of all of them, because when you hear it from TMTO, it has to be correct, it has to be accurate. For 30 years, please tell me we have not been wrong. When we put anything on air, it has to be correct.
Has there been a time that you were down in the dumps, that you wanted to stop the program? Had there been more?
No, there was no time, but there was compulsorily one important thing. My other colleagues at OGTV will remember. When we were transmitting from Kudirat, TMTO couldn't operate. We were transmitting from a bus. So, and the bus cannot contain the kind of audience that TMTO. So right there, I think whether they have removed it or not, we were there for several years. No, about 1 year, 4 months. So we were only using the phone. There was no time that I actually wanted to leave TMTO, because it was almost impossible not to transmit the program on a weekly basis. There was a time that people will come, no phone, no Android. I can remember the donor of the shield, late Alhaji R. Ola Bello, the first librarian of the Federal Polytechnic Ilaro, a federal officer, he would drive every Friday from Ilaro to the studio to come and give me various kinds of information from library, from Ilaro then. His children are the ones who have donated the TMTO shield. They won it every quarter. Only one person has won it twice, and they replaced it.
Let's look at the importance of educating the citizenry. You know, when you have an educated citizenry, what does it do to the development of the society?
Oh, complete underdevelopment vanishes, poverty runs away, people are confident, there is no buying of votes or selling of votes. You cannot tell me what is right because I already know it. It will get a long, long journey to get to Ururu. We are still having a backward, forgive me, educational population. Number one, how many are you? Approximately 230 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have not held any kind of population census for almost 20 years now. I know, yes, almost 20 years, if not more. And we don't know the number of your father, your children, you don't know how many you feed, you don't know how many goes to school, you don't know how many needs to go to the hospital. What exactly is development? Development is a strategic planning of either an organization, a society, a state, local government, or country, so that every person there will feel that Dari is the one that is doing the best for every one of us. So that all of us too can now put our hand on the plow. A lot of people are unconcerned. They are not aware. They don't know their duties towards either their society, local government, or country. I just wake up in the morning and carry my taxi and I must earn. The doctor continues to pray, let Dari not be sick. I just turn it around. The, what do you call them now? The panel beater on the road. What is he praying for? So that something breaks down. The tow van vehicle, for God's sake. But then, what is your relationship with your country? How many of us are paying tax? Everybody in OGTV is paying tax.
Compulsorily, because
compulsorily.
we deducted.
But what about go on the street? How many people pay? And then the tax they are paid. Where does it get to? Who gets it? Those people who are on Okada, I hear they take a particular ticket for 800. That is one. The ones on taxi, daily. Who is coordinating all this? I mean, a lot of money is going to the local government, states, and everything now. Tinubu say we should hold all of them responsible. Where is the money going to? What are they doing?
Okay. A major segment of our population are the youths. And how do we, make sure that, how do we design, as professionals, design programs to make sure that these youths learn the right skills, the right things, and not, they're not distracted? We must imbued that kind of tenets, principles into our educational system from the very, very youthful ones. Like they do in most of these developed countries that we quote and say, go to America, go to this. Go and look at their education system. They are not just reading. I know some countries like Norway, Sweden, you go straight right from the beginning to what you want to learn. You don't put outside Igbo, Yoruba, no, they are civic, Disney. No. We need to evolve or discover a system that will say, okay, go to Olobe. You know what they do in Olobe? Here in the technical school.
And this is exactly what you're going to do there, and you start it from the beginning. That is absent in our curriculum. We must, first of all, get the school start, the NECO, all this. That has to change before we can get really there.
Okay. What tip will you give a producer how to sustain a program? What is that thing?
Yes, it was the one we started with. It was actually the one I came to the studio to do.
Okay.
A producer must have the total idea of what your program is to achieve, objectives of the program. The second one is that how is this objective relevant to both my station, because I have rules to the station.
Okay.
House rules.
Okay.
And then how does it become pleasantly acceptable, magnetic, attractive to the audience that I'm targeting? That is the audience I'm targeting. I know the audience. I know the audience that follows OGTV, for example. The producer must know. You must know your reach. You must know exactly your bounds. And so you must know exactly what you can do. You cannot come on OGTV and try, let's say, start blabberdashing and doing kind of program. No. And you must also remember that this television station belongs to us. And when I say us, this is it. People will say it's government station. Government does not own this station. the people of Ogun State are the owners of OG TV.
It's the people's
They are responsible to government.
Right.
That is the clause that I always. We are totally responsible to government.
Okay, let's look at one aspect of the citizenry. We are usually quiet. You know, the culture of silence. You know, our lecturer wrote a book on the culture of silence.
Yes, Professor Bello dismantling the culture of silence.
Yes.
So we have not dismantled that culture. The culture is still there because of what I said at the beginning. We don't have a very, very staunch relationship with our country. We have relationship with ourselves. You know what the US people, the American will say, they are state first. They will die for America.
Right.
Are you ready to die for
Nigeria?
I ask you. Do you have the inspiration, the kind of backing that you say, "Shey is Nigeria. I love my country. I know go lie na inside."
So how can we be designing programs to encourage people to be patriotic?
Well, there are a lot of there is something that OGTV does every time.
Right.
That they read their news.
Right.
OGBC too also do that. At the middle of the news or before the end, they send you a message.
Right.
That message, I wish they can translate it into Yoruba, Egun, or Egba Egun,
Right.
Jebu and all that, so that you can really know the meaning of those messages. There is the need for us to have advocacy to allow the citizenry to know that this country may continue for 1,000 years, and at the same time, we will still have the gap of the societal, public, contributions towards development. It's a very, very serious matter. We are contributing towards ourselves, towards our pocket. Huh?
What's your assessment of the current media now, the performance of the media generally now?
We are
challenged.
Don't worry, we are challenged seriously by phonocracy.
What does it mean?
Phonocracy.
Yes, what does it mean?
You don't know.
I'm asking.
All right. People are already making jest of us in the studio.
Right.
When you go out now, you find Nigerians walking and pressing their phones.
Okay.
Whether it is trailer or train or this thing that is coming, it doesn't care.
The obsession with
everything is inside this thing, phone.
That's
taking away a lot from us on television. They have already taken a lot away on radio. So the media has a challenge now. The challenge is for you to be extraordinarily creative,
right,
attractive. There is something you have to do that will make that man stop pressing the phone, watch your television or listen to your radio program. That challenge is there now.
The media convergence has already taken care of that. You have your phone on your TV on your phone. You have your
exactly that's what I'm saying. So what happens to your station? Everything is on the phone. What happens to your station?
You go digital.
So I go digital. They have just last week, I think July 17 or so.
Right.
They just went digital for some states on television only, national.
Okay, as somebody who has been engaging with the youth, next week is the World Youth Day. What's your advice to, let's use this platform to talk to our youths in terms of...
About 79% of Nigerian youths are unemployed. About 80% of those of us who are employed totally are in agriculture. Go back to the farm. That's the straight thing. Any government that decides to go back and say, okay, leave the street, go to Akoje farm, like the Aulawas did. Go to various types of, and then camp them there, do a lot of infrastructure in there so that they don't have to come to town for anything. That agriculture is the gift that Nigeria has got.
Okay.
Until we develop agriculture massively, we can feed the whole world from here.
Okay. As we begin to close, what's your vision for TMTO in the next 5 years?
5 years.
And what are you doing in terms to make it a legacy program?
I think it's already a legacy program, but my vision for TMTO in the next 5 years on OGBC, for the stations program.
Okay.
I'm very proud of it. I've been the only person that has sat on that program for 30 years. Is that when I eventually leave and go, maybe very soon, you may not even know that the program continues with a policy of education, information, brainy entertainment, and self-development. So that whoever or those who are there, they're being trained. A lot of you know them. They are ready. The moment I say, okay, I pack my bag and go.
Okay.
The program, my vision is that you'll left something behind. It's a master class on air.
On air.
And it continue to train people. We're talking with somebody here in OGBC whose son won a TMTO gift at 14.
At 14.
Also, so, but though you cannot contest, but you can listen.
Okay.
You can learn.
Okay.
And that is what it's all about.
Thank you very much. For about 20-something minutes now, you've been listening to the master, the quiz master on radio, Double B. We want to thank you very much for your thoughts, and we want to congratulate you again on TMTO at 30. Happy celebrations.
PR, total image.
Okay.
I want to thank you for bringing me here. And I must say this, it's really homecoming.
Right.
I am happy to have. Well, this studio is there. If anybody is listening to me at the Kemo Sound, this is what we'll be talking. The last time I came here, it was like this. I won't say more than that.
Okay. There you have it. That's Double B for you. Well, that's the program for this week. Until next week, when we come your way again with a fresh edition of the program. On behalf of the team, Aki Okudero, Bukola Akinride, and others, this is Dare Folarin saying bye for now.